American pilots first discovered a secret trail, then, they realized it was an invisible 1,000-mile highway. This is the story of the Ho Chi Minh Trail during the Vietnam War. The US controlled the skies, they had total air superiority, yet, somehow, the enemy in South Vietnam was always supplied. They were always armed, fed, and reinforced. The question that plagued military command was, how? Reconnaissance pilots were tasked with finding this logistical artery. They flew over the dense, triple canopy jungles of Laos and Cambodia. At first, they saw nothing, just an endless, suffocating sea of green. Then, they would spot it, a thin, muddy track, a few bicycle prints, a small, camouflaged hut. They would call in devastating airstrikes. B-50s turned miles of jungle into a cratered, lunar landscape. The trail was obliterated, and yet, the supplies continued to flow. The pilots were baffled. They were bombing ghosts. Intelligence analysts began to piece together the terrifying truth. They were not fighting a single trail. They were fighting a living, regenerating system. The secret trail was, in fact, a network. A complex, braided web of roads, footpaths, and waterways. When one path was destroyed, 3 new ones were cleared overnight. This was not a trail, it was a 1,000-mile, invisible highway. It was maintained by over 60,000 workers. Many of them were women and teenagers. They worked tirelessly, often at night, under a rain of bombs. The system was an engineering marvel. It had underground barracks. It had fuel pipelines disguised as bamboo. It had workshops and hospitals hidden in caves. Trucks moved with their headlights off, guided by white poles. The US launched Operation Commando Hunt, one of the most intense aerial bombardments in human history. They dropped millions of tons of explosives. They used sensors and experimental weapons, but they could not kill the highway. Craters were filled in hours, destroyed bridges were replaced with underwater bypasses. The invisible highway was the lifeline that kept the war going. It was a testament to human ingenuity and relentless determination, and it was the secret weapon that American air power could never defeat.